Today's topic is, why does what a woman earn tip the balance of households for men? It looks like men are having a problem with women earning more, especially in America. And 2 days ago, somebody sent me a video of a man ranting viciously about how African women, especially women from Ghana, Nigeria, and Eastern Africa, were traitors, they were evil, they were wicked, and he said that they were wrecking their homes. He said men go to Nigeria, they bring back women, and then these women, they start earning money, and then they earn just about $50,000, and they become disrespecters of their husbands. They make them into bitch ass men. That's what he called them. The women make the men do the washing up. They change diapers, wash plates. They do all the cooking. They sweep the floor, and they keep picking up kids from school. Now, this is bizarre because, in my view, if a man does these things, I don't think a man does all of these things and goes to work and the woman doesn't do anything. So that's a huge exaggeration. Apart from that, exactly like what Moisha said, this man is generalizing and saying and Ghanaian women, they leave their husbands, they marry 3 and 4. One woman will marry 4 times, and then she's saying that men are evil, etc., etc. This same man says the Eastern African women are even worse because they marry 7. And they blame all the men. Each man is an evil man and all of this. And he thinks that women actually are the problem. He ranted on and on. He said that he works in IT. He's been working in IT for 12 years. And that he's noticed that Indian women, especially Asian and Chinese women, they don't like designer bags, and they're not greedy, and they stay with their husbands. He then went on denigrating Africans, said all sorts of things about Africans. I wish I could put it, play it for you all so that you understand exactly what he said. Unfortunately, I can't because things are not working, so I'm using my phone to do my Facebook and blah blah. It's just out of the scale, so it's crazy. So this is the situation. Now, I put this on a women's network that I'm on, and the women went ballistic, and I agree with them. The first time I saw this man blaming women and saying how women sack their men out of their homes, and how when women earn a little bit of money they become rude and all of that. If you like to hear just one side of the story, it would seem plausible, because he went on, he was thanking God in the middle of it. He was saying all sorts of strange things about how women have maltreated men over the years, especially when they come abroad and everything. But let me tell you something. There is always the other side of the coin. What it looks like is that men live abroad. They may have schooled abroad. They may then have started working. And then they go back. These are the African men, Eastern African men, and the Nigerian men especially, and Cameroonian men. And these guys, you live abroad, you live in America, you live in the UK, you live all over the Western world. And when you think it's time to marry, you go to your country and then you go and bring back a girl from the village, not even the city, not someone you know, but you go and bring someone from your village. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You may have gone, your parents may have given you the girl, you don't know her well, you bring her back. One thing about these men is you think that because she's from the village, she is so respecting of men, you can bully her, you can keep reminding her that you brought her into the country and therefore X or Y. Not knowing that, you see, people leave villages and go into towns. They leave towns and go into cities. They learn as they go along, they learn as they grow. There are different types of women. There is the woman who wants to come abroad, so she will do all the right things until she gets abroad. There is a woman who will study, and after she studies, she'll even have 2 kids for you. But after a lot of your abuse and disrespect, and even some people go into domestic violence where they keep hitting the woman because they think if you hit your woman in Nigeria or Ikwa Ibom, where he comes from, that is the right way, she will leave you. Because the laws say you cannot beat your wife, you cannot maltreat your wife, and especially if she's earning more than you. Why do men think that they can go abroad and live there for a while, have girlfriends abroad, and then break all their hearts and go back to their countries, to their villages, not even the city, not even amongst their neighborhood, not even the ex-girlfriend that he grew up with, but go into the village because he thinks the village girl is a more suppliant or supplica, I don't even know what the word is, more respectful, more humble, and will be more grateful that he has changed her life, and therefore she is the right person for him to bring and bully. It's very strange. And then when they settle into marital bliss, the imported ladies do not want the sort of bliss when they start earning. They will not want it because you are maltreating her. And you see, if your father maltreated your mother in Africa, you can't maltreat a woman in this country, or you can't maltreat a woman in America. Nigerian men have become so disillusioned because they can't, their idea of a traditional marriage is that the woman does everything, and if she works, she should bring the money. And if she, and some, I should say some, because there are fine, gentlemanly Nigerian men out there, they're more switched on than most men, and they're fine. But I'm talking about the men like this gentleman. I've forgotten his name, but I'm going to find it. I wrote it down somewhere. I've got so many papers that I'm in a kind of a fix. He is so angry and so vexed about this that he had to be rude and aggressive about the women. Now, I don't know if he is aware that if he wants an Indian woman, those 4 foot, he said Indian women are cute, 4 feet, 5 feet. They're not that big, and they work so hard and so respectful of their husbands. And, but in any case, in India, if you do something bad, they will kill you, honor killing, etc., etc. So the women are good. In fact, I was shocked to hear all of this. If you like an Indian woman, please knock yourself out. Find one and beat her up and maltreat her and let her be respectful and nice. Why come on social media? This thing is all over social media at the moment. It's been on for a week. And then he says, you know, they are so respectful that they understand if the husband, if the woman has finished work and she works somewhere where her husband works, and she's finished work, she will wait for her husband for 2 hours, even if she's pregnant or sick, until he comes. So what does this man want? What exactly are you looking for? You want somebody to bully, to lie on the floor for you to step on her, for you to disrespect, be under the threat of killing, of honor killing. This man actually has to be arrested. This is my view on the matter. What sort of man comes on air and says these things? Has he got a mother? Did his mother give birth to him, or was he adopted? Does he not have siblings, female cousins? Is he not surrounded by women who are married, good women, good Ghanaian, Nigerian, African women? What is he talking about? No matter what experiences one may have, anyone with a modicum of wisdom would never go on record to put down all women from their own country or otherwise, or even from their own continent, for the world to see. There are good and bad people from all countries in the world, yet this man sits there and, you know, shows such contempt, making false allegations and sweeping generalizations about his own people. He even advocates that Africans should not mix with Africans. And while he's doing this, he's thanking God, he's praying, he's calling it his ministry. When he compares African women, especially, and he kept saying Ghana, Nigeria, East Africa. When you keep saying that, what exactly is your problem? No other races sit there and say these things about their race. So you sit there and and you think it's fine. He actually went on to say that he doesn't understand African women because when they go to America, they can't speak the language well, and they keep doing this, and even he who was born in America doesn't have an American accent. I'm thinking, did you go to school? If you were born there, did you actually go? Do you have classmates? And if you managed to keep your Nigerian accent, what was going on? Could you not speak the language the same as them? And at the end of his whole diatribe, he then said, he wants to thank the American president because he's speaking for millions of people, for getting, and let the women know that America does not belong to them, especially the African women. They should know that America is not their country, and that the country belongs to the white people. The country does not belong to the white people. The country belongs to Native Americans. Native Americans. America, people came on the Mayflower and settled in America, and behind them came all other white races from different parts of Europe, and they settled there. They killed the Native Americans and took over their lands. Now, you have to get your history right if you say that you are an American born there. I feel that this gentleman has gone through hell. He has maybe been so evil towards a woman, and the woman has disappointed him, or he's had a terrible marriage, or he needs counseling. Somebody needs to tell him that he needs help so that he can he can come to some closure with his anger. Some people are born angry and they need help. These people, we cannot continually just fight them. we need to find ways of helping them so that they come to some peace. I have never seen a video of an Asian person denigrating the people like the way he did. He even went on to say that he sees a lot of Hispanics who are ugly, dirty, unkempt, unwashed, and yet their women stick with them. Is it your business what people do? And what do you know what goes on in these Asians' homes? It was astounding. And the whole issue is that it is all over social media. Everyone is talking about it. People are making comments. It was on one of my women's groups, and the women were up in arms. They were vexed. Comments were made, and I have a few of the comments, and it's all true. Sometimes people say things, and then you think, oh, poor baby, he needs a hug. I think he needs a hug. I am sure his woman has broken up with him, and out of pain, he thought he should come out and see those horrible things about Ghanaian women. It's the Ghanaian women bit that upset me, because whilst we haven't even finished digesting the Moesha thing, here we have a man sitting there being so rude, so word aggressive about Ghanaians. If you come, and then he afterwards went on his page and said that thousands of women came into his inbox to abuse him. They were rude towards him, and they said things which were, those women were full of the devil, and they were obsessed, and some people he had death threats, and they were abusive of his parents, etc., etc. And I'm like, of course, you brought it upon yourself. Why would you not have death threats? Why would people not say nasty things to you? I mean, there are different people. When you start speaking out, you should be ready for other people's opinions of what you say. Once you set it out, it's out there. You can't take it back. And people have views. People have comments to make. I'm going to play some music. And when I come back, I will find the comments where he was shocked at people's behavior. And I will play it to you. The song I'm going to play is called Over. I like it. You will like it too. Yep, that was R2B's, and the song is called It's Over. I'm trying to stop it now, it's not stopping. Yep, R2B's, It's Over. Now, there are so many facets into why people marry. Some women may marry the man because he's the one who's going to change her life and look after her. So, they're there. She may be a housewife. He goes to work, comes home, there's peace. He bullies her, there's peace, because she has no other option. A woman starts working. She is mixing with the outside world. She then finds out that she is also a human being. She then slowly starts earning more. This man starts beating her, maltreating her, doing things to her that is totally unacceptable. Some men think that because you are an African and it is traditionally correct for you to be quiet, not to be heard much, and for your husband to beat you about, you should take that. But not everybody thinks that. Not everybody believes that. Now, if you are in a home where you are providing, you are the main provider, you are also being the good wife, cooking, running around, doing the shopping, looking after the kids, what is the use of the man? Men do not understand that. Look, you have to be nice to your wife. You have to be kind to your wife. You have to respect your wife. He has problems with women who say, my husband is my partner. He calls the men who are partners, who create partnerships in their home, bitch-ass men. Why is a man a bitch-ass man? Just because he views his wife as his partner? I don't get it. Anyway, I don't know. I think my phone is ringing, but I'm not sure. I see something. No, it's not. It's just flashing on its own. So, but how can you call how can you not call your wife your partner? What I need some men also to learn is that if you do things at home, like change a diaper, you're not doing your wife a favor. That is just life. And you're doing it. It's part. That is just life. And that is you just contributing, living together and doing things together. You cannot allow the fact that she is your wife, and therefore, even though she works, she has to do everything, and then you are miserable because your wife is not serving you food and kneeling down to thank you and doing all this. What is that? What is that? And if you're not getting it, then you think your wife is being disrespectful. Why are we still talking about these situations in 2018, in the 21st century? People, we really have to move forward. When I put this advert out, somebody sent me a reply saying these things only happen in black families. Well, of course, he's married to a European, and they share the jobs. They both go to work. Somebody picks up the child, somebody drops the child. You go to his house and he may be cooking. It's no biggie in those homes. Why is it a biggie in African homes where the man thinks he's the man, and therefore, what is this? We need to change our attitude. We need to go back to the drawing board. And for us to have peace in our homes and for marriages to last, men really have to back up a little bit and stop whining. Men have to know that it is a hang go hang come, as they say in Ghana. Hang go hang come, all hands on deck sort of thing. That's what marriage is about. In those days, when the man was off doing whatever he was doing and the woman was at home, of course, she should cook, clean, and do, because that's her area. That is her job. But not anymore. When they both go out to work and each has a job to do, you come home and then you sit down, and then the woman is still coming and going, and you think this is what it's about. This is what marriage is about. That is not good enough. And if you complain, you will not get sympathy from a lot of people these days, especially in the Ghana and Nigeria and East African countries that he was talking about. There are women who are doing bigger jobs than men. And men have to respect them. I'm not sure if my phone is ringing again. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's not. Men have to respect it. You know, people need to find ways of living in harmony and in balance. People need to do things together. It is getting out of hand how in America, for example, all these men are now killing their wives, and they feel they have a right, which is shocking in itself. You cannot take somebody's life, and you cannot treat your wife like she is your property. She's somebody's child. And you know what? When a person is born, it's just like how your daughters are born and all of that. They have brains. They are very intelligent. And if you're proud that your child is intelligent, then it means your wife is intelligent and she had that child. So are you telling me that your wife should be in the house like a robot? He then went on to say that, you know, Indians are not romantic. They don't take their wives to India, or they don't take their wives to Dubai or buy them Louis Vuitton or designer bags and things, and yet the women are happy. I'm not sure. This phone keeps... And yet they are happy. And with Africans, you have to do all these things and still they're not happy. And then they come on Facebook after they divorce you and take everything of yours. And then they write, I am too stressed. I am blessed by God and not stressed, or something he said. Anyway, his reaction after women went ballistic and abused him very well, he said that he has had women who angrily called him and warned him not to talk about them. And yet, he hasn't mentioned any names. He's glorifying God for everything that has happened since he posted the video. Glorifying God. Does he think that God did not create women as well? Those women that he's being abusive towards. He says the strangest of them all are Akwa Ibom people and other Nigerians that have come together to claim he's mentally challenged. He is surprised at how the video went viral in a matter of 24 hours. It is a real issue. He said he's had people call him from all around the world complaining that his video was incomplete and that he should have added Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea. People have called him to say the video was too short. He said it was a great day, the day he decided to make this video and talk about this issue. I don't know. I'm not even angry with him, because sometimes people say the most outrageous things which bring issues to the fore. And in fact, he's brought it out and we're talking about it. On my women's show, a lot of women had all sorts of comments, but the majority of them were that he must be mentally challenged, and also that he needs help, he needs a hug, he needs some love, and maybe he needs to rethink his whole attitude towards women, because women are not the enemy. He is his own enemy. He needs to rethink it. I'm going to play some more music, and when I come back, we shall continue. And shall.
What's the name of the women's show? The women's show, what's the name? Someone is asking.
We're back. That was Sarkodie and Vibe. That was good. The microphone is broken, so I have to leave it where it is. I can't move it. I'm scared. I didn't break it. Somebody did. So, I'm having a bad day. But anyway, in all that he said, he's generalized. He was rude about his own African people. If he was not African and he came from another country and he said all these things, we would understand, because we would not accept, but we would understand, because people say all sorts of stupid things, especially when they do not know what they're dealing with. But the fact he's an African and an illiterate as well, and he's talking and saying all of these negative, denigrating things and generalizing as well, and saying that Ghanaian women marry 4 and 5, and when they hit 40, that's when they wear mini skirts to go to clubs, and that there are bitch-ass men out there who welcome and entertain these women when they should throw them back and should be respecting married women, etc., etc. You can see that the man is in pain, and that he has a few problems, and he needs help. Now, having said all this, I am now going to zone in on women. All the women who are listening to this show, all the women who will listen to this show, listen to me. You are blessed. You are indeed blessed. God gave you a womb, or Mother Nature gave you a womb. And from that womb, you are doing amazing things with it. You have children, you nurture them, you love them, you grow them. Now, it is your duty, regardless of what men do out there, to take this as a big job. Women, look after yourselves, grow yourselves, study something, do something. These days in Ghana, for example, I am coming across, and it's only been a week, and I've joined this group of women called Gwen, and I have met more women, young women, who are doing businesses. Today, I met a woman who was a millionaire who set up a business and managed to empower other women to become millionaires. This is what's happening now. Ladies, gird up your loins and do great things. Do not allow other people to make you feel small or make you feel beholden unto them. If someone is kind to you, say thank you. Be kind back, but do not feel beholden to anybody. This is your time. If you're a Christian, believe in God and ask God to help you to do whatever you're doing. If you're a Muslim, believe in your God and ask Him to help you. Whatever you believe in, if it is nature that emboldens you, speak to nature. Let nature give you the strength to carry on, to get on. Do not take advantage of men. Leave them alone. Men will not empower you unless you get a good man. If you do not get one, empower yourself. All of these things that are happening in this day and age of 2018, this is the time for us to strengthen ourselves and each other. Take one person even, a young person. Help them to do whatever it is they want. You can learn something from them. They can learn something from you. If you have friends, and I have friends, I depend on them, they depend on me. Not as living in each other's pockets, no. But my friends, you could say something. They could correct you. They could give you advice. They could help you. Listen carefully when someone is saying something to you. See whether the person is empowering you or not. If they aren't, move along. Have your own mind. Strengthen yourself. All of these things that these people say outside to make you feel belittled, to make you lose yourself. Stop it. We are being given another chance. We are getting education. We can educate one person. That will change the world. We can help one person. If someone comes to you and asks you for help, think about it. If you can, help them. And do not ask for any reward. Somebody else will help you. Trust me on that. There is so much going on. People need help. We leave people by the wayside. We are suspicious of people. We are horrible to each other. We really must start rethinking this. And we must start seeing, where do we go from here? Years ago, I went on a management course somewhere. And I realized that all the women who had done well in their lives, some other woman had helped them, but they are few and far between. You can help someone. Someone can help you. Remember this. It is very important indeed. You can help someone, and someone can help you. In life, in this life that we are, it is very different from the life that we know or knew. Things are harder. Situations are tougher. We always come out of our comfort zones to go to work. We take our children to nurseries where we are not sure what's going to happen. We don't even know who is looking after them while we're scared, but we have to leave them because we've got to go to work. There are moments in our lives where you are unsafe in your own home, or you feel that your children may be unsafe with a person that you've married. When you met him, he wasn't like that, but then he changed. These are situations where somebody comes to you and you say, oh, go and pray on it. People, to say, oh, go and pray on it is not enough. Listen carefully and see ways in which you can help someone. It is very important that we help each other. I am going to keep saying this until people understand it, and until I see that we are helping each other. This show is for women, it's by women, it's to women, it's for women. Now women have sons, so boys, men will benefit if a woman is sure of herself, and if she knows that what she's doing is for the family, it's for the community. There is no need in getting vexed with these men anymore. It doesn't work. They don't understand it, and it will take a longer time than we think before they understand what is happening. But let me remind you, there's something I keep saying, that when you are in trouble and that you must have an army. Your army is your trusted friends, people behind you who in times of trouble will come to you. Now, there are times when you are very sure of some friends, but in times of trouble they will not come. I have experienced it, and I know a lot of people listening to me have experienced it as well. Listen to me. It doesn't matter. Keep forging on. That is what it means. Just keep moving on. Life is like that. Things happen. People die. People are born. People get sick. People get well. People, it's just endless. So if you believe that life just keeps turning on, and it's day and it is night, good things do come to those who wait. And those who keep pressing on will definitely get to that point where they will ask themselves, is this me? I have had that experience. Several times good things have come to me that I wasn't expecting, but I was looking forward to it and I was working towards it. And I've had this, is this me, several times. And sometimes I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But then you keep forging on and more happens. Trust me, it does happen. There is good in this world, but you have to find it. And while you're looking for this good, just keep forging on. Keep a positive mind. If you fall down, get up. Get up, oh, get up. Because it doesn't end here. Once you are alive, it means it hasn't ended. Trust me on this. I will find some other music to play that I haven't yet done. And I can't move the, I cannot move the music with me. So I am going to I'm going to play Becca because I like Becca. So dig this one. It's really nice. If you don't hear from me again, then I've gone, because I only have 1 hour. But if you hear from me again, I'm only coming to say bye-bye and good.
See you,
How are you?
I'm good.
People, we've nearly finished. Bye bye, my beautiful. Have I got comments? Should I read it? And have I got comments?
A few.
No, damn it. This is broken, so you have to handle it carefully. Otherwise, you will have problems.